Hi, I've got something you'll be interested in. Those performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
Alright guys, welcome back to my F1 2016 My Career Mode Season 2. So we've just got the engine power. Now, no offense guys, but we did need the engine power. I'm not gonna lie to you. Trying to have no engine power go into the car was like trying to drive like a bus, but we've sorted that, and now this engine power should work, because with the engine power that we get more power in the car as well as better performance, so it should send the car a little bit faster than usual, but that is all depends on how the team are moving on with that, because at the same time we are trying to sort it out, but it all depends on how well the car's going to perform with the upgrade, because some teams already have the engine power unit, like Red Bull, Mercedes, and all of that. I've not seen, I know I've had people texting me saying I've seen some of the cars. I've seen Red Bulls, I've seen Toro Rossos, I've seen Haas, I've also seen Audi car and that, but yeah, it's tough because a lot of teams are going with this same design. The only one I've not seen yet is Mercedes. I need to have a look at Mercedes F1 car. But yeah, I think this season is going to be quite of a battle, but yeah, we'll see. Right, let's have a look then. Where are we on the scales now then? So we're faster than 4 teams at the minute. So we're faster than Sauber, Renault, Haas and McLaren. We're nearly catching up to Monarch Racing that we was with, so yeah, we're doing quite well with that. But yeah, as you can see, this is the standings at the minute. Nico Rosberg is nowhere in chance going to be catching me. If he does, I think the 2 tracks he'll be able to catch me on is Singapore and Japan. So them are the 2 tracks that he might be able to catch me, but at this moment in the meantime it doesn't look like he could. But it all depends. We've done well so far this season. 2nd in Australia, 1st in Bahrain, 1st in China, 1st in Russia, Spain, Monaco, Canada, Azerbaijan, Austria. Went out in the British Grand Prix, Hungarian and Germany. Now we're at Belgium. We've also got the Italy Grand Prix coming up. Then we've got Singapore. Then we've got Japan. Then we've got US. Then Mexico. Then Brazil. Then Abu Dhabi. But it all depends on where we're going to finish, because at this moment in the meantime we are P7 at the minute. If Force India get a good result here, then I feel like we stay where we are, but Force India at the minute have been getting into the points with Nico Hulkenberg and Sergio Perez, so yeah. But anyway, here we go then guys, let's stop talking about the results and that, let's get into the one and only Season 2, round number 13 for the one and only Belgium Grand Prix. Let's get into it.
Welcome to one of the most unpredictable tracks on the Formula One calendar. Welcome to Spa. It looks like the teams are removing the tyre warmers in the garages, so we should see some action shortly. The Spa circuit really is one of the most iconic tracks on the calendar. And Eau Rouge is one of the best corners in F1 history. A sweeping left-right-left with a blind summit.
Eau Rouge has seen some amazing moments throughout its history. I remember Mark Webber's fearless overtake on Fernando Alonso here in 2011. The whole crowd held their breath as Mark overtook the multiple world champion around the outside at 100.
Well, hopefully, Jeff, we do. Hopefully we do feel that improvement, because we do need it here. We'll wait and see. All depends. Mainly this is where our struggle is going up the route. Come on. Max Vettel's fastest lap time. 1:52.01. I didn't like that turn. That was a terrible turn. Right, so 1:52 to beat. Right, let's see if we can beat that then.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top three, who are Bottas, Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton. That concludes an interesting practice session. Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds.